Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Happy Friday. I thought I would leave you for the weekend with a little something that's, as you guys probably already know, pretty near and dear to my heart. I just finished watching Red Dwarf seasons 1 through 8, the original series. If you guys have not got a chance to watch this, find a way. You're really missing out if you haven't, especially when it comes to sci-fi, and one of the most original and possibly, depending on where you grew up and whatnot, overlooked, underrated, hard to find sci-fi classics. As the years go by, I keep coming back to this. I started watching this. I know it had already been out for a couple of years, so I'm going to say it was probably in the early 90s, but it originally came out February 15th, 1988, and ran off and on all the way to 2020 with 12 seasons, roughly 6 episodes a season. That might seem like minuscule, but it was one of those things that was worth every second. And just having watched Stoke Me a Clipper, my favorite episode of all time. It used to be Queeg, don't get me wrong. Queeg was one of the finest 30-minute jokes to get to that punchline I have ever seen. And to this day, everybody I know still remembers that as the first time you watch it. It is just the funniest thing you'll have ever seen up to that point. And then, of course, the episode in season 7 as well, Ouroboros. Just really, I don't know if they intended those 2 episodes to be, if they had written those back in the beginning, or if they just came about organically, but they just drive home what an epic story of the future of humanity, and how it involves these 2 absolute misfit losers that are the greatest human being to ever exist and the first and last human being to ever exist. If that makes any sense, those of you who know, you know. But it basically, it's about Dave Lister, the last man alive, because of a reactor malfunction, which is essentially their fault. But he, before it malfunctions, he's put into stasis as punishment for bringing an unquarantined cat aboard the Red Dwarf mining ship. A ship so large that you can watch the entirety of Gone with the Wind in the turbo lift, going from, let's say, the top of the ship down to the lowest level, and you have to pay for the privilege to get to watch it. Otherwise, you're in for a 3-hour trip in an elevator. Just to give you an idea, it very much reminds me of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the British humor that has since been lost to time, and because of the radiation leak on board the Red Dwarf while Dave Lister is in stasis, humanity dies, 3 million years go by, and Dave is waken up by the ship's computer that's gone a little strange and senile over the 3 million years of being online and alone. And to keep Dave alive and sane, he brings back his least favorite person on the ship in the form of a hologram, that being Arnold Rimmer, the most despicable, detestable human being who grows up to be the galaxy's greatest hero of all time, which is quite the shock. Spoiler, it's been 30 years, so deal. But it is so amazing to watch those things happen. And it's, like I said a moment ago, the funniest thing out there when it comes to science fiction. I would rather watch an episode or 2 of Red Dwarf than go through the entirety of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. in my opinion, the one pales in comparison to the other. And you're wondering, well, that's not much of a character selection. Well, you've got Dave, you've got Arnold, you've got the computer played by Norm Lovett, who's later replaced by Haiti Hayridge when things happen and they need a new computer. But you also have the cat, played by Danny John Jules, who is the last descendant of Frankenstein, which was Dave's unquarantined cat that got locked in the cargo hold for 3 million years, and she was weird. In the beginning, she was a kitten, but somehow she's also pregnant and gives birth to a species of cats that will, over 3 million years, evolve into a humanoid version of cats. And Danny John Jules just plays it to the absolute hilt. One of the funniest characters in the show, and if you've never seen Tongue Tied, go look that up and be prepared to, again, laugh your ass off. And there's other characters throughout the show, lots of people who come in for a single episode. The biggest disappointments, of course, were Claire Grogan, who was not able to continue playing Dave's love interest, a woman by the name of Kachansky. If you don't know her, she was the lead singer for Altered Images, and just a cutie, only to be replaced by Chloe Annette, who was the most anal retentive, just awful, absolutely awful character swap of what was an adorable, cute, funny, snarky, fun character, only to be replaced by just an awful reinterpretation of her. Mind you, it had been many years, and I'm certain that Claire had other things to do. But there were scores of people coming and going throughout the episodes as aliens and monsters and JFK and Hitler and just all. And if you've ever wondered, what killed, who killed JFK, the episode Ticket to Ride will answer that question in a way you never saw coming. Just absolutely one of the funnest things I've ever watched. I would actually rather watch this than go back through Babylon 5, which don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that show. But if I had to choose, I think I would go with Red Dwarf, even though it's shorter, fewer episodes, and not as serious. It's still, in the end, it ends better than I thought Babylon 5 did. I know there's going to be some haters out there, but it's just my opinion. I would love to hear what your opinions are in the comment section below. I will be getting the other episodes to make up to season 12, although I've seen them before. Not as good. This is about where it peaks, in my opinion, season 7. But we'll see. Watch them again another time later on down the road, maybe this year if I can find them, and we'll see what the old noodle feels about them, after many years. Well, 6 since the last episode of season 12 in the movie. But that's what I've got for you guys this Friday morning. I will be back next week. I'm not sure what day we will start the new morning show. It's looking like Friday because I still have some construction work to get finished in the old homestead here. But I will keep you posted on that. In the meantime, I've got someone at my door apparently at 10 p.m. my time. Can you believe it? But it never ends. But that's what I've got for you guys this morning. Love you guys. I will see you, those of you who are in my games this weekend. Otherwise, the rest of you, I will see you bright and early Monday morning. Until then, happy trails.